They don't point what out good enough?
Where you're at on your deer.
Oh.
Now remember, this is a deer that was given to us, so we don't necessarily, that could be the bullet hole right there, or a bullet hole.
Or a, yes.
Or, we don't know that it wasn't shot with an arrow.
That's true, yeah, I'm guessing right there. Yeah. Can't really see it on here, but there's a blood spot in there.
But no, or very little, like,
bruising or bad spot.
So that's why I'm wondering if that's not a broadhead mark. I just haven't got a good, that sun's coming in sideways on me.
Yeah, it's kind of the wrong time of day. We usually do this at night. But we had a friend that...
Friend of a friend.
Friend of a friend that they... Lots of family members, lots of tags, and they all were winners. And they didn't need quite that much meat, and so they offered up some to us, and we are not ones to look a gift horse in the mouth, so we said absolutely, thank you very much. So that is what we are spending our day doing. But yeah, that's a... And then there's a spot right in there, and that looks like it may have been a puncture. Still doesn't beat last year's finding the arrow.
Yeah, I know.
The old arrow versus the new arrow.
That was pretty slick. Dog food.
Dog food, yep. And they'll have deer farts for about a month. We ended up with 15 pounds of grind or burger, whatever you want to call it. And then we pulled out just 2 roasts from the hind, one of the hinds. The other hind we left because we're going to smoke that. So we just did the 2 front shoulders and 1 hind, and then we will deal with the other one eventually sometime. And smoke that as a whole hind once we figure out how to do that. So I don't feel too bad about how much we got, and now I just have to find room in the freezer for it somewhere. Good evening, guys. I hate the time change. I hate it. I wish we would stay on the other time. I hate that it gets dark soon. I hate that there's not enough hours, sunlight hours in the day. And our weather has definitely taken a turn for the colder. It is, I think we only got up to like 42 today, 46 maybe, when the sun was out. Oh, you guys are out of water. All right, let me feed you first. It's just flat cold. I've been working on some Christmas stuff. And then I thought they must not have come back in. This morning in the triangle over here, there were four sheep. I got them out this morning, and it doesn't look like they have come back in. But what I want to do, hopefully before the sun sets too much sooner. I mean, it's only like 4:15. I hate this. I want to change my gates. I want to open the alley, open the feed lot, so that the sheep can come in there at night if they choose to, and spend the night in there should they choose, because they have been bringing themselves in and standing at the gate waiting. Now, could they potentially want to be fed while they're in there? Yes, but there's still a ton of feed out there. They don't need fed yet. I'm hoping we can make it till the 1st of December. We'll see. Depends on the snow and depends on how soon it freezes. Now, I'm not gonna lie. This time of year, I am very much a fair weather farmer. Until I get acclimated to the cold, I do not like being out in it. I dread getting out in the morning. It's probably time to start digging out my coveralls so that I have those first thing in the morning. Maybe not even a bad idea to have them at night. It's not terrible tonight. It's still cold, but it's not near as cold as it was this morning. But yeah, I need to get acclimated to the cold weather, and that will take me a few weeks, especially where I don't have any lambs. I don't have any ewes that are going to lamb, so I will need to find projects to motivate me to get out to do more than just feed and check the sheep. I need to finish tearing down the last 2 fence lines, but man, I hate doing it in the cold. My hands just get so cold, and I can't do squat with gloves on. So I don't use my gloves, and then my hands get cold, and then I get cold, and then I can't do anything. It's a very bad cycle. But I do need to get those 2 last fence lines down. And then once they're down, we can go ahead, and I know the one side we want to disc, and then we can disc right where that fence is when I get the last of the couple T-posts out of there. And then we can start putting up new fence, maybe eventually. Fencing is always on. My husband brought home what did he bring home? He brought home a map of how he would like to do all the fencing around the farm for the sheep to have their circles. And it makes sense in his head. Doesn't really make sense in my head. The permanent fencing that he wants to put in that is not existing now does make sense. I can do that. But he's got some weird lines of where he wants things to go that just aren't meshing in my head with how the farm is laid out. So we'll need to figure that out. But in the meantime, I'm just going to keep tearing stuff down and do what we can, make sure the sheep are content and happy on our side, and go change my gates. I don't think they have come in yet from what I can see. And then this way, there should be no issues with. I'm hoping if they come into the feedlot, they won't be looking for that hole that I still have not found. I have no clue where it is. I have walked that fence line. I have gone through under the trees. I don't know where it is. I have no clue where they're getting out at. So anyway, we'll find it eventually, I'm sure. Probably when we tear something down and re-fence it. Okay, let's open gates to let sheep in. Morning, guys. It is election day. I am so glad today has finally come. we can put this behind us and move on with our lives. Thankfully, my husband didn't have anybody running against him in the general election. It's just a matter of getting past it, and then we can go take down the signs, go put them away, don't have to worry about them for 4 more years, and just relax. Well, I can relax. He will have to learn a whole new job, but it's all good. So our poll's open at 8. We're going to head over there right now, get it done before he goes to work, and then I'm going to stay home because it's crappy and cold, and I have no ambition to do anything when it is this cold out. But he gets to go work outside. Okay, let's go vote. Well, originally, I did not think we were heading into town. And then I got a phone call from friends of ours that one of the other commissioners, his wife and I have become pretty good friends, and she called me wanting to know where we're going to dinner. So I guess we're going to dinner tonight. And son of a biscuit. My husband just got home, and as I was supposed to come down feed earlier, but I've been trying to get some stuff done on the computer, and with the wind, our internet has been, well, I shouldn't even say that. We still have no internet, so I've been trying to hotspot it to my phone, and my phone is cranky, my computer is cranky, the wind is making everything cranky, and the sheep are all in the triangle. So my 5-minute feeding has gotten a little bit longer. So I need to figure out how they got into the triangle. I thought I had latched the gate, but maybe I forgot to latch the gate. I could have. Or they could have pushed some fencing, and who knows? I won't know till I get there. But I'm going to throw hay to the rams. The wind is absolutely insane. It is so stinking cold. And I just needed to get a road grader into my lane would help. Oh, and I got some in this. Oh, they're just freaking everywhere. Well, that's fabulous. What the actual heck? So I've got some sheep in the alley there. And then I have some sheep in the field right here. And then I have some in the triangle. And then I have some in the other alley. And I just have freaking sheep everywhere. So, okay, I need to figure stuff out. The one good thing about them being in this field over here, they can't get out of this field. I do need to get them out of the triangle, because the last thing I want is them going through the creek and to the neighbors. So I'm going to feed the rams because they're very patiently waiting for me. And then I'm going to go deal with that mess. June, heel. Okay, so they have completely torn this off now. I gotta find where that panel went so I can fix that. June, heel. So let's get this group first and get them moved out. And then I see, this is why I can't have nice things. So I'm sure everybody in here just jumped through one of the many holes in that crappy fence line. Now, probably right here where all the wool is. Okay, and yes, my twine is on the ground. The gate is opened. June, you are pushing your luck. So, I want to know who else's sheep are smart enough to untie twine and open gates. All right, let's get everybody out of here. June, will not tell you to heel again. Heel. June. Okay, I am just hoping that I may have to open one of the panels on that side to let everybody out of there. But I'm really hoping I can get these guys through this other gate and that they're not gonna go through. Okay, got a few more coming up out of the creek. Come on, girls. Yep, they are just jumping from one pasture to the next. This is why I can't have nice things. Oh, jeez Louise. Come on, Palm, you're my problem child. You're the one leading them into the creek. All right, I gotta get up there and move them so they're not jumping that. Come on. No, really, come on. Come on, girls. All right, so I need to find a panel to go across that. Nope. We're not going that way. Come on. There we go. Everybody out. Okay. I have tied this one up, back up, put a panel across there, retied that one, and there is 2 spots down here that they can get out should they so choose. I think we're set. And yes, this alley is on the list to get done. It is just not that high priority because we really want to get the perimeter fencing done to keep them out of the neighbors. If they're out on my place, yeah, it sucks, but I'll deal. If they're out on my neighbor's place, that I won't deal with anymore. So we have been we've done well this year. We have kept the sheep in. They have, I think I have the majority of the fencing fixed enough to keep them in. So we have not had the issues that we normally do, especially this time of year. We went through all of October without them getting out, short of the day that they got locked in the wrong field. Yeah, and got out on the highway. Okay, Patty's here. Where's your brother? All right, let's finish feeding and then we gotta head for town. Patty, you need to go get your dish or the cats are gonna eat it from you. Go on, go get your dish. It's a good girl, go get your dish. Look, Casper's eating his. Go get your dish. It's a good girl. My dogs are incredibly picky. We have found that finally found a brand of dog food that they really like. However, they have 3 versions of it. One is beef, one is chicken, and one is a steak and vegetable. And they do not like the steak and vegetable. Patty won't hardly eat it. And Casper kinda will eat it. These 2 yahoos will, but they'll eat anything. The last couple days, Patty and Casper have been gorging themselves on deer meat and bones, and so they haven't really bothered eating. And tonight, Patty would really prefer deer rather than her steak and vegetables. Okay, I think everything down here is done. And the sheep have brought themselves back into the feedlot. And Patty did not eat her food, which tells me either she is not hungry yet, I am feeding early, or she has some deer stashed away somewhere that she has been whittling on through the day. So I am going to head for the house, go change, get ready to head for town for dinner with our friends, go do some pool watching, hit a couple of, I think we're going to go hit a couple of, I don't want to call them parties because they're not really parties. They are, I don't know what they are, election watch parties. I don't know exactly what they're called, but we're going to go a couple of those tonight for people we know. And yeah. Okay.